not sure if you guys can see this, I don't think it's coming out on camera, but I went to a fairy party last night, and the amount of glitter that is still on my face is really, it's pretty horrendous. Hello humans, my name is Dael Kingsmill and welcome to my channel MonarchsFactory. On this particular channel, I, every 2 weeks, stop and take some time to talk about mythology. And today what I wanted to talk about was the Norse god Odin and how he is the most hard mode Ravenclaw ever, basically. I mean, even just on a shallow, superficial level, Odin was known for his two pet ravens, Hugin and Munnin. And what do those two names translate to? They translate to thought and memory, more or less. And Odin, every single day, would send those two ravens out to fly across Midgard, or the human realm, and collect information for him. And so come dinner time, the two of them would fly back and tell Odin all of the secrets and happenings that they learnt about. And Odin actually talks about in the Eddas how he's desperately afraid that one day Hugin won't return from his flight, Thought won't return from his flight, but that the thing he's even more scared to death of is that Munnin won't return, memory won't return. Oh, Odin, what a wise dude. But let's look real quick at a couple of the stories that demonstrate how clearly Odin was a Ravenclaw. So story number 1, Odin, having just found out about the coming of Ragnarok, is completely freaked out. And so, being a pretty clever guy, he decides that what he's gonna have to do is go out into the world and try to discover some new knowledge, learn some things that could help him and help the rest of the world when Ragnarok comes. And so, for a good long while, Odin wandered around the 9 realms disguised as an old man with a big walking staff and a old traveler's cloak, a big blue traveler's cloak. Basically, he looked like Gandalf. Think Gandalf. That's what Odin was disguising himself as. And so that was how he traveled, all the while asking questions of everyone he passed and challenging giants to games of riddles in the hopes of gaining some sweet, juicy granules of new information. Oh, that tasty learning. But mostly, Odin had his mind set on the Well of Erd. This was a spring of knowledge, essentially, that existed at the very base of the world tree, Yggdrasil. And rumour had it that anyone could learn anything if only they were to drink from that well. Now this guy called Mimir, or Mimir? Is that how you say that? Mimir? What's Mimir? Lived at the well and drank from it basically all the time, every day, and so he knew more or less everything that there was to know in the entire cosmos. But when Odin turned up and asked for one lousy drink from the well in order to try and save the world, Mimir turned into a big jerk and was like, no, sorry, I demand that you sacrifice something first. Specifically, your right eye. It's just a bit of a douche move, really. I mean, come on, you big jerk. It's not like you're running out of water. You've been drinking it forever. What gives you the right to drink from it, but Odin can't? But that's okay, because in a later story, he's gonna get decapitated. And then Odin just carries around his severed head everywhere, which is still alive, and just tells Odin everything he needs to know, because it still knows everything. Odin, completely undaunted by the prospect of having to trade his eye for this knowledge, plucks it out, just plucks his eye straight out of his skull, chucks it straight into the water of the well, and then gets his drink of tasty information, now complete with eye goop. So yeah, pretty relentless seeker of knowledge, I would say. Then there was that other time that Odin, up on his throne in Asgard, was looking down and watching the Norns. The Norns were women of fate who could shape events in all of the 9 realms just by carving in special powerful runes into the base of Yggdrasil. Now Odin wanted himself that damn magic alphabet, but he knew that the runes were powerful, and so they wouldn't show themselves to anyone who hadn't proven themselves worthy. And so, like any normal person would do, Odin hung himself from a branch of Yggdrasil, stabbed himself with his own spear, and then refused to accept any food or drink or help of any kind from the other gods for a full 9 days, while he just hangs there, staring down into the Well of Erd where the runes are hidden. So after these 9 days of hanging and starving and bleeding out, finally, Odin's vision starts going a bit funny, bit blurry, and some strange shapes begin to present themselves to him in the water. Odin is seemingly incapable of communicating a sense of triumph, or maybe just after 9 days of basically self-imposed torture, he can't quite remember how to express it, because he just starts shrieking. Ah! Ow. Oh, don't make that noise, that one hurts. But it turns out to be kind of worth it, because he learns all kinds of spells from the runes in order to do fantastic magical things. And then he shares the alphabet with everybody. I bet the powers that be weren't too pleased with that, because he's the one who proved himself. So really, they were probably expecting for him to be the only one who knew those runes, but Odin told everyone. Power to the people. Freedom of information. Yeah. Odin teaches the runes to the gods. He gets Dane to teach the elves. There's Dwalin, who teaches them to the dwarves. And then Alswith, who teaches the alphabet to the giants and the humans. Woo! Rune party! Rune party. That was a bit weird. So yeah, basically, Odin, massive Ravenclaw, giant nerd, but also total badass. Don't try to fight him, because you're probably gonna die. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy these mythology type things, I make a new video here every second week that is on the mythological topic, or sometimes I do fairy tale videos that are much in the same vein. If you did enjoy this video, then it would make me incredibly happy if you would like it and leave a comment below. In fact, leave me a comment telling me what Hogwarts houses you think various other deities from various pantheons would be in, because that's a hilarious conversation point. The best thing that you can do though is if you would be so kind as to share it on your favorite social media website. If you share it on Twitter or Facebook or any of those places, that's really, really helpful and would make me so chuffed. And if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you subscribed. It's always nice to have a new face around. Don't forget to email this to your grandma, but for now, that is it. I am done, and I will see you guys next time with another myth. This is the skin of a killer, Bella.